All right. So, posting for today. I'm just going to talk about the few things that has happened with Roger Stone and the prosecutors quitting, one getting removed, the other three quitting. It's just something that seems like the deep state is circling the wagons. And of course, Trump can't help himself, and he goes and tweets out something, and it looks like he's interfering. If this is the only issue he has, is that he seems like he wants to be in the news cycle 24 hours a day. If he could just stay on the wind and keep the high going instead of, staying in a news cycle, I think he'll get a lot more votes that way. When I've seen from the primary in New Hampshire, is that, there is a division in this country, and we've talked about this before, and they have and have not. Okay, so Bernie is surging, but his base are disenfranchised young people who feel like they're marginalized. And I look at his crowd and I see that, I want to say it's a good 70% of them are like white leftist liberal snowflakes, and the type of white leftist liberal snowflakes that say, I'm sorry for being white, I'm sorry for what happened to minorities, look at me, I'm ashamed to be white. Those type of people who have no self-confidence and are just pandering to to this PC culture, this woke PC culture. Unfortunately, that is catch fire, and a lot of white males and females. Well, it's a lot, a percentage of females, but there are a lot of white males that feel white guilt, which, it's really silly. I mean, it's just, you're not doing anything as an individual. You're thinking as a group, and that group mentality is almost like zombies. You're just retelling what somebody else says, and you guys all have the same lines, the parroted lines, and there's nothing different coming. So what I'm saying is that if you really felt that way, instead of talking about it and going out there and fundamentally trying to change a country that if you change it to a socialist country, it is not going to help the marginalized. Everybody becomes marginalized. Everybody becomes the same, which would be the elites will control, and the serfs, which will be us, which will be everybody in the United States who are not elites, will just, be heavily taxed, probably up to 90%, and we'll all have to live communal living. And, right now, at least that lower middle class right now, they're making their ends meet. Of course, everyone would like to have a little money saved, like to vacation and things like that. By properly investing, or maybe by cutting your debt, you could do things like that. But by asking for a hand out from the government, you're giving them control over how you live your life. And I don't want that. And I don't know why anybody would want that. So anyway, that's just how I feel like, these college kids and these young adults who, most of them are out of work, because I see this, them following around in the middle of the day, following Bernie, And he energizes that base with promises of stuff, but it's not promise of wealth. It's not promise of lifestyle changing. It's just promise of like, okay, you could just stay on your ass, do nothing, and we'll give you all this free stuff. But that's not living. That's not what life. I mean, if these people want it, then they're zombies. Straight up, that's all they are. They want to stay home, be on their VRs, or play on their PlayStation. Then they'll be the first ones to go out. When the new PlayStation comes out, they'll be standing on lines overnight to get the new version at $5.99 or $6.99, whatever it costs with the game. And when the latest iPhone, this is the problem. You guys can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too, because then you are being false. So, you know, either you're all in for Bernie and you want everybody to be a serf, but you can't go and be a consumer, because you just, it's you're helping capitalism win, because as you go out to spend your government money on stuff, people have to make that, and then you're just making these companies richer, and they'll just keep putting out another version because you'll go and buy it. And you guys that are Bernie bros, really analyze, really analyze your decision. What's your motivation? Is it because you want free healthcare, free college? What, you want to live in a Workers of America Unite type of place, a Marxist government? How's that at the end give you freedom? It doesn't. It takes away all the freedoms that you currently have. It'll take away all of them. But yeah, he always says, look at Denmark. Don't look at Denmark. Denmark has a free market system. Look at Venezuela. That's what you should be looking at. And now they got this girl, AOC, in a Che Guevara type of shirt, or like a Hope type of poster, and she's the biggest fool. And you guys, it just shows you that base lacks backbone and intelligence, because look at the people that they put on a pedestal. Overnight, and she's the biggest hypocrite, because right now she is reaching millionaire status on poor people's backs, because she uses the marginalized, the oppressed, to go out there and stomp, and then she go and get $100,000 checks from people who want her to come, fattening her bank account on your backs, because she's not distributing her wealth with you. She's not going to give that out. Her District 14 is not seeing the benefits of that. Believe me, they're not. The Bronx side. Now, the Queens side, they don't need it. Those people are hard-working immigrants, and they don't need AOC to represent them. Now, the Bronx side, those are the bad example of what comes to this country. Gang members, rapists, people who want to take advantage of all our laws here and everything that we have to give. They just come here to take advantage. And go for yourself. If you're in New York, ride the subway, go to her district, go to the side of the Bronx, then go on the other side to the Queens, and look at the difference. People have their homes, they look nice, the neighborhoods are cleaner. You go to the Bronx side, the place is dirty, run down, crime is happening in broad daylight. I'm just saying, just go check it out for yourself. I'll come back later with another video and we'll talk more. Please comment. Just let me know how you feel.